Wow, boys, so here we are with a fucking lamp, alright? The studio is getting a bit of an upgrade right here, alright? Anyways, here we are trying on another video, trying to get in shape, trying to get to live our best lives. Hold on a minute. Maybe this angle is better. Alright, so I'm improving every video as we can see. Anyways, how can we actually get to our best lives? How can I live the best life? Now, this isn't about money, this isn't about looks, isn't about where it kind of is about all those things. But to get to live that life, I believe there is something more, which means visualizing that shit earlier. Before that, all right? So before getting in shape, before getting the money, before getting the girls, I think you need to visualize that shit first. And now, wait, before saying that I'm some fucking guru telling you to meditate 5 hours a day, hold on, I'm not on that same page. I believe, yeah, sure, meditation can help if you really want to, but I'm not on that same fucking page, right? What I say is that you need only 5 minutes, a pen and a notebook or a piece of paper, whatever the fuck you want, right? It has to be real, not on your phone. Start writing down how would your life look like 1 year from now if everything that you've planned went perfectly fine as you planned. You go to the gym, you keep going, you start a diet, that diet goes amazing, like you don't give up on it, you wake up very early in the morning. That's like anything that you plan in your mind, getting rid of the bad habits, putting the good habits on, start being healthier, sleeping more, whatever it is, right? Everything just goes as planned. 1 year from now, how would that life be like? You wake up in the morning, and I want you to be as specific. Hold on. I want you to be as specific as you fucking can, all right? You wake up in the morning, what's the first thing that you do? Right? Literally. First thing, I go shower or I brush my teeth. Maybe I'll wash my face first. Be so fucking specific to a point where you actually believe you had that day before. And in your imagination, if you believe that so fucking much, if you're so into that fucking game, you're actually gonna believe you lived that day earlier. I already been that. I already be that guy doing those things, right? And let me tell you what this thing can do to your system in your mind. Now, after you finish reading the whole fucking day with specific details from the moment you wake up from the moment to the moment you go to sleep, you can now read the whole fucking page and see, wow, this guy has a fucking amazing day. Then write down how would you look like. You would have long hair, short hair, maybe you're bald, who knows, right? Maybe you have a beard, maybe you have big muscles, you have a six pack. What is going on, right? How would you look like if you everything went fine? What car are you driving? If you're not in high school like me, right? So every fucking detail that you can, write that down, right? How are you as a person? What are your qualities then? And everything that you fucking can, detail that shit. I cannot stress this enough. You need to detail that fucking day and that guy. You need to detail that shit so fucking much in so specific details until you actually see that that person is real, until you believe that guy is real and he's walking around somewhere in here, right? Somewhere around the world is some guy doing the exact that shit, right? And after you do that, you read that shit, you become kind of jealous, kind of envy, like, fuck, dude, this guy is living the life. This guy is having an amazing fucking life. He's waking up in the morning, brushing his teeth, going to the gym, training hard, eating some eggs, then going, eating some blueberries with some fucking, that's amazing. Then he's going to work or at school or motherfucker, that can be you in 1 year from now if everything went fine. Now, the reality is, I'm not gonna sell you any fucking dreams and shit, right? It might not go everything as planned. It might get better than that. It might get slightly worse. But the thing is, you now analyze what that average day would look like. So then you just observe the things that you're doing. This guy wakes up at 4 a.m. in the morning. Wow, that's fucking hard. But that's the average day of that successful guy. So I'm gonna do that shit. I'm observing what this guy doing, and I'm doing the same shit. He's waking up at 4 a.m. Fuck, dude. I gotta do that shit as well, right? I wanna be that guy 1 year from now. I have to apply this shit from today. And 2027, 16 February, you're gonna be living that fucking life. Why? Because you took steps, small steps to achieve that fucking life. And now here's the interesting part. Because you're basically self-teaching yourself. You're teaching yourself how you should act. Because you're basically writing the perfect day, and you're basically applying that perfect day into your day-to-day life, which means that you're gonna live that day at some point. You're gonna constantly try to replicate that day again and again and again until it becomes a lifestyle, until you become that guy. Because small steps, small habits, small lifestyle, if you just keep going that shit and just doing it, you would actually get a six-pack. You would actually get the long hair. I mean, pretty off subject, but you would actually be that guy, all right? You would actually have big shoulders, big bicep. You would be that guy. Because what? In that day-to-day life, you go to the gym every day and you diet as well, which means that every single day, if you diet, you go to the gym and you just follow that same path, at some point you will get in shape and you will live that life. So you just need to observe what you would do in that day, in that average day of the perfect life, and then just do that shit in the normal day right now, right? And this is why I said be specific, because some details can make it so much worse or so much better. So write it down, very specific details. Observe what are you doing in that day. Try to copy paste that shit day after day. And I'm telling you right now, honest as shit, 1 year after, you would look at that fucking page and be like, I made it. I'm that fucking guy, right? Maybe better, maybe worse, but at least I'm somewhere there close, all right? Like I said, I'm not selling you some fucking dreams and shit, but you would actually be so fucking close to that point, or maybe even above that point. So the thing is, you need to visualize yourself being that guy. So then it comes in your mind the fact that you can be that guy, and if you don't take the right action, you won't. And that will make you pretty sad. That will make you pretty angry, pretty envy, pretty jealous. But all those things, all those emotions are actually very effective, because they would actually force you to do the right thing so you can get to that place when it's normal to go to a gym at 4 a.m. in the morning, where it's normal to eat blueberries and eggs every single day. It's not some dieting anymore. That's your fucking lifestyle. This is how you live now. You just need to make yourself live that lifestyle until you became him, that guy that you always want to be like, right? And that is you. That is the future you watching this video again and be like, wow, what the fucking big change it was, right? Just because I visualized some things and I put that shit in practice, just because I observed some of the things, the action that I would take, and I just literally took them, right? And I'm not gonna make this video too long. I hope you guys understood the fucking point. Right now, close this video. Do not even like the video or subscribe. Just fucking everything, close everything. Just get a pen, get a piece of paper, start writing your day, and that's it, all right? From then on, you just observe, extract things, put a shit in action, and that's it. You're gonna live that fucking life. So thank you very much for watching. If you want to see more content like this, do not forget to follow, like, share this to as many guys as you can, and see you boys in the next episode. Bye.